I'll tell you one thing
Hey, when my girls start to trip and hate before escape, I call Sirius XM 98. Yeah, Thursdays to Foxxhole 7 to 9 to talk to ZoWilliams before I lose my mind. Yeah, I need advice on my relationship cause I'm about to start breaking. I can't take it no more. I got to holler at Zoe, the relationship pro. Before I pack up and go, I got my foot out the door and down for leaving. But first, let me holler at Zoe, the voice of reason. I got my foot out the door and down for leaving. But first, let me holler at Zoe, the voice of reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, ZoWilliams Rising, the voice of reason of Foxxhole Radio, Sirius XM 98, back in the building another Thursday. And you know what we got to do after an election. I got to hear everybody's opinion about what has transpired on this special Voter Tuesday. The turnout was crazy. Somebody call me right now. Hotly contested contest between presiding President Barack Obama and upstart Republican Mitt Romney. Somebody call me right now at 855-369-9898. I need to know your opinion. Tonight's topic, you know what it is. It's Open Line Thursdays. Please call me and get it off your chest in 30 seconds or less. 855-369-9898 is the number to dial. Before I hit you with the questions, I need you to take care of a little business for me right now. You got to stay connected with ZoWilliams, and this is the easiest and fastest way to do it. In the message of your cell phone, I need you to pull over right now and get your cell phone out. But in the message part where you text someone, type ZO. And in the number section where you dial in that contact's number, I want you to put 90210. Text ZO to 90210 right now. What you'll get is an electronic business card. And let me tell you what it has. It had video on it. It's got websites if you want to donate to my son's basketball. It has Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, any means of contacting ZoWilliams. It has my personal email address. Somebody call me right now. Text me, ZO at 90210. Once again, you put ZO in the message and you put 90210 in the number spot. That's how you connect to ZoWilliams. ZoWilliams has a new radio program on Tuesdays on rmconair.com. Once again, that's rmconair.com. It's called the Zo What Morning Show. And let me tell you something that's so interesting about this show. You get to see me. You get to see me do what I do. I got a comedian. I have a world-renowned doctor on the show with me. It is an incredible show. rmconair.com, the Zo What Morning Show. You got to follow me over there. And once again, text ZO to 90210. The VOR Show on Foxxhole Radio, Sirius XM 98. I want to know what you think about the elections. Should I hit you with some questions? I don't know. I got crazy questions. I need you to get to your phone lines right now at 855-369-9898. I got some questions, but before I do that, I got to take a quick break. When I come back, I'm coming to callers. I need your opinion. Are we on the edge of a race war? Do you see how divided everybody is over this election? Somebody call me right now. When I come back, I'm opening up the phone lines, 30 seconds or less to get it off your chest. I'll be back at 2.2. ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. OBZ in the heezy. Holla. Ladies and gentlemen, ZoWilliams, the voice of reason, Foxxhole 98, 855-369-9898. I'm going to callers. I need your opinion. I got questions. Call me if you think the wrong candidate won. Somebody call me right now, 855-369-9898. Call me if you had problems voting. This was one of the largest turnouts ever. Even Mitt Romney got 57 plus million votes. They thought he won the popular vote, but he really didn't, because Barack Obama still beat him by 3 million in the popular vote. What's crazy about that is all of the conservatives over at Fox was like, oh, well, we should do away with the Electoral College because they thought Mitt would win the popular vote, but he lost that too. Somebody call me right now at 855-369-9898. He lost by over 100 electoral votes at last count. Well, I think now it's at 97, but, we can round it up, I think. 855-369-9898. Somebody call me and tell me your experience right now. Even the people over there in New York who are still suffering from the repercussions of Sandy weathered the cold weather to get out in record numbers to vote. Come on, somebody talk to us about what's happening in your part of the world. The election fallouts. What's on your chest right now? The VOR show with ZoWilliams, open line Thursdays. Please get it off your chest in 30 seconds or less. But before I answer, because I got a full line of callers right now, I'm going to you in 30 seconds. Before I do that, let me promote this book that I'm reading right now. Somebody go out and get this book. People always ask me, what books are you reading, ZoWilliams? What books are you really engulfed in? This is one right now. It's called The God Genes Decoded by R.A. Waldron. This is a friend of mine, was on my show. I'm reading this book. People always ask me, where you get the history and the knowledge and the depth you go into. This is one of those books. The God Genes Decoded by R.A. Waldron, Volume 1. Go get it right now, Amazon.com. Trust me, this is a call to action. Go support this book, The God Genes Decoded by R.A. Waldron. It's a book I'm reading. I'm going to the phone lines right now. Who wants to talk about how weed was legalized in Colorado? Why did all the gays, blacks, Latino, and women represent Obama? And after Mitt Romney, John McCain, Sarah Palin, and Donald Trump, could it be that this is the most unattractive political party in history? The Republicans? Somebody call me right now. The phone lines are open. Johnny from Miami, you're in the building. 30 seconds to get it off your chest. Let's go.
Joe, what's happening, Chief?
What's up, bro?
In Miami. We got, I feel a little bit like we've been taken advantage of a little bit, dealing with, the president. I love the president. Voted for him once, voted for him twice, spent a lot of bread. But at some point in time, I'm saying the same thing every black person is saying. There is no black agenda. There was no black agenda. He's never mentioned one. He's never said he's had one. He never said he's going to be someone else. So many people thought he was going to be like Samuel L. Jackson on Wednesday if he won the election because he was such a nice guy. Prior to then, he was going to be some Afro pro-black guy after he won. He's not. And The gays got something out of the deal. The Hispanics got something out of the deal. The Jews got something out of the deal. The black folks don't even have a deal on the table. But we still gave them 150% of our commitment to him being black. But at the same time, he always spoke about middle class. We've been slipping out of middle class the last 4 or 5 years. He hasn't said anything doesn't even talk about the poor, doesn't even talk about 80. But we still give it to him. But at the same time,
listen, Johnny. Johnny, you are putting down some heavy game, and I appreciate that. 30 seconds or less, though. You did drop some science. Who agrees or disagrees with Johnny from Miami? I appreciate the call. We got to move on. John, New York City. What did Johnny say down in Miami that was incorrect? What's on your mind? 30 seconds or less. Let's go.
I think that there's no difference between the Republican and the Democratic Party. You were right. The Republican Party is as unattractive as it could possibly be, but the bankers run the world, and corruption runs Washington, and Barack Obama is as corrupt as anybody's ever been. If you look at the people that got all the bailout money, if you look at the war policy, what he's done with the drones, the fact that minorities and women and gays voted for him is just a sad commentary for our country. We need somebody, and not Mitt Romney. We had no choice. There was nobody to vote for. Ron Paul would have been a good choice. Somebody that understands the Constitution and understands that it's not getting better for blacks, whites, anybody. It's getting worse. Unemployment. If you look at what the, like I said, the Federal Reserve policy, people, they vote for silly reasons, and we're all going to suffer from it. Thanks a lot.
Wow. Hey, I thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Omar, Ohio, it's your time to chime. Get busy. 30 seconds or less. Let's go.
Hey, great show, man. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. Basically, what I want to get my chest off is that I've heard a lot of nasty and bad things said about this president, and as a black man, I was offended. I was mad. I was really, really dismayed by what this president has been called and how he's been treated, some of the people in this country. But I went out there and I did my thing, and I was actually so mad. I was pressing so hard on this machine while I was voting, and I'm still a little mad about what people be said about him. And because when I look at that man, I see myself, and what was said was not correct.
Wow, appreciate the call. Thank you very much. Omar from Ohio brought them into the building. Cameron, California, it's your time to chime. Release the beast. Let's go.
All right. Hey, so great show. Just calling to say like this, plain and simple, 30 seconds or less. We gave those before 8 years to mess it up. Now we're giving the brother a chance to go another 4 years to clean it up. Because you can't clean up this mess in those 4 years. I'm thankful that we, as a country, stuck together and gave this brother another chance. God bless.
Appreciate the call. Thank you, brother. Will from Maryland, what do you have to say about it, brother?
Yeah, man, they say that it's a divided country now, and I think it's more so the Republicans saying that it's a divided country, but they the ones that's dividing us. Because now it seems like the minorities is the majority. I appreciate Barack Obama for his first 4 years, and I appreciate the nation for giving him another 4, man. You can't clean up all that in 4 years from war to economy. Now he got another 4 to fix the nation. He had to get the nation. He had to get the world off the nation. Now he got the nation on his back. I think he got the nation on his back, and I think he's going to do what he's supposed to do this term.
Wow, appreciate the call. Thank you very much. Who is this? Renato from New Jersey. Talk to me.
Yeah. This is Renato Gordine from New Jersey. I'm going to give you some and stuff. During the election time at my job, my boss, all right, from there came out her mouth and said, listen, she voted for Romney not because he's a good thing, because he's white. And if you think that it's not a racial issue, it's always going to be a racial issue and stuff. Look how much the brother had to fight just to get certain things passed and get the support of certain things. What we need to do as a nation is stick together and go forth on what's the problem that needs to be fixed and needs to be met. Right now, unemployment and everything else with the jobs and going forward needs to be met. So once those things are focused on and met towards the people, and these things can be answered, then we'll get along as far as a nation, because everybody wants to be successful.
All right,
and that's
brother.
mostly
Hey, listen,
what I'm going to say.
I hate to cut you off, but thank you, brother. I appreciate the call. You exceeded your 30 seconds, but it was good stuff. Listen, I need you to get to your phone lines right now. 855-369-9898 is the number to dial. I need to hear your opinion on questions like, what propositions do you agree with or disagree with? The ones that have passed, right? What about the death penalty? What about the porn prop? What about the Frankenfoods prop, right? Should they list what these fruits and vegetables and stuff is made of? They putting monkey DNA and tomatoes. I don't know what's going on. Somebody tell me what's happening. Call me. Let me know what's happening in your part of the world and how the election has affected you. But this is how you stay connected with Zoe Williams. I need you to text ZO to 90210. It's just that simple. Text ZO to 90210. You got to do that right now so you can stay connected with me. I got a new book coming out. I got a lot of things happening. This is how you follow me, my television, my publishing, and my radio exploits. ZO at 90210. And once again, don't forget to buy this book, The God Genes Decoded by R.A. Waldron, a friend of mine. I'm reading it. I got to take a quick break. When I come back, I'm going to Clifton, Brandy, Noah, Shelley, Charles, Bob. We got California, Atlanta, North Carolina, Nashville, Kentucky. We got all type of people on the line. New York, Oakland. Everybody's in the building right now. I need to hear your opinions. And you know what? I even want to hear from some racists. Well, listen, I want a Klansman to call in. All of the people who wanted Romney to win, and I'm not saying all of them were Klansmen, but I'm saying all of the people who wanted Romney to win. I need to hear your perspective and why the better candidate lost. Call me in a minute. I got to take a break. I'll be back at 2.2-855-369-9898. Voice of Reason. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Williams is back. I wonder what a party with Ann Coulter, Donald Trump, Mitt Romney, George W. Bush, Dick Cheney, and Sarah Palin would look like right now. How would they look at a lounge somewhere right now? Somebody call me at 855-369-9898. You're listening to the VOR show. VOR means Voice of Reason show with ZoWilliams. Foxxhole 98, 855-369-9898. It's Open Line Thursdays. I need you to get off your chest whatever it is in 30 seconds or less. We're talking about the politics of the world, what happened, propositions, the election. If you live under a rock, Barack Obama was reelected, the first black man, the first black president in history. We won't talk about John Hanson, the Confederate. We won't go back that far, but we'll talk about Barack Obama being the first black president. And not only that, to be reelected too. How big of an accomplishment is that? Somebody call us right now and share your story, 855-369-9898. And again, don't forget to text ZO to 90210. Once again, don't forget to text ZO to 90210. And also don't forget my morning show on Tuesdays on rmconair.com. It's called The Zo What Show. And again, please go get this book, The God Genes Decoded. Man, it's an incredible book. A. Waldron. You can go to Amazon.com and look that book up. Everybody asks me for books. This is one that I'm touting and promoting right now because it's a heater. Now, back to the phone lines. For the black community, is Barack Obama the closest thing we're going to have to the Messiah? You know how black people are with they peoples. We back Michael Jackson all the way to the end. Imagine how we feel about Barack Obama. Have you seen those pictures of Barack Obama giving a high five on an escalator to Martin Luther King? Is this the most significant black figure in history? Has he trumped Michael Jordan? Somebody, Muhammad Ali? Somebody talk to us right now, 855-369-9898. Klansmen, racists, all people who didn't get down with Barack Obama. Somebody call me. Where you at? I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your opinion. The phone lines are open and they're here for you. Let's get busy. Clifton, Louisiana, you're in the building. Your time to chime, 30 seconds or less.
I just got one thing to say. I was trying to answer that young man that called earlier. I know everyone has their own opinion on how things should work, but, we need to give him something to work with. There's a lot of things that he's done for blacks. First of all, we need to improve our reading skills. Maybe we could find out some of those things. He doubled Pell Grants for school, but you can't take advantage of something you're not qualified for. Do your research. He's done a lot. Things are not advertised, things that are not immediately recognized. We need to realize that the world is not fair. Everyone needs to recognize that we need to work within. But the whole world gave a sigh, a deep sigh, and thank God that Obama was given a second chance. People that don't watch the news, that's watching the music videos, need to turn that channel sometimes and look at something real for a while. But I see people pointing fingers because it's easy that way. Most people don't want to accept responsibility for their lack of success. Here's the idea. Let's just do this. Let's stop killing each other for a while and see how that works.
See how that turns out.
Thank you for my
Thank you, Clifton. Appreciate it. It was actually 90, but that's okay. It was good information. I appreciate it. Brandy, Atlanta, it's your time to chime. 30 seconds or less, honey. Let's go.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing? I'm sorry. I was just saying that I drive a truck and I was going through Sugar Land, Texas, and they have a hanging of Barack Obama at a Shell station before the elections even came up, and there's a lot of racism is going on here. But I feel that he does a lot, and even if it was just Republicans or whatever, that people have to understand that he has to go through Congress and get approved for a lot of things. So before they're so quick to say what he's not doing, they need to understand that he's trying to do a lot, and I thank God that he did get elected again. That's all I want to tell you. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. And you know what? You know what's crazy? He had a divided Congress when he was elected 4 years ago who tried to stop him at every turn for every policy he tried to enact, and he inherits another divided Congress. So when you have a Congress that isn't willing to work with you, how can all of the onus of the country's problems be placed on the president? He's the executive branch, but then there's the judicial branch, and then there's the legislative branch. They all got to be in some kind of unison, right? Congress has to work with this guy, right? If you don't work with, well, I'm not supposed to be talking, my bad. It's your time to chime. 30 seconds or less. ZO to 90210. Text me right now. ZO to 90210. I need you to join my family. Text me right now. ZO to 90210. Jeff, Idaho, you're in the building. 30 seconds. Let's go.
I was merely just going to tell you that I think President Obama is probably doing more damage to America than any other president ever. If you look at the state of affairs in the wars that we're in, we've had our embassy blown up. We've got basically today, I don't know if you saw the news, but Iran tried to shoot down with missiles an aircraft of ours, and they were not successful. And yet all he does is wave his political diplomacy, and he doesn't actually take action. If you look at any other
really quickly, what's your name again?
Yes,
Jeff?
My name's Jeff.
Jeff, really quickly, what wars are we in that Barack Obama signed off on? All the wars that we're in currently are George W. Bush wars, correct?
Well, it would actually, the better question is, which George Bush are you talking about? Because it was actually probably Senior's war that we're currently in, truthfully.
George W. Bush took all of the money. This is why we're in debt, $5 trillion. This is what we're paying off.
Barack Obama himself has spent $7.3 trillion. He has spent more money.
Right, trying to dig us out. Trying to dig us out of a hole that somebody else created. I'm sorry, this is your time to chime. My bad. Go ahead, 30 seconds.
I was just going to say, you can't spend more money, $7.3 million, more than all the other presidents combined in history from George Washington to George Bush to get out of debt. He's doing the complete opposite, and he's just, I'm sorry, you can't saber rattle and end it. You've got to actually take action, and if you look at any other president in the past, if you're going to blow up our embassy, if you're going to shoot at our troops, it wouldn't be diplomacy. We would go in, we'd kick ass and take names. That's all I have
to say. Hey, let me say, Jeff, I appreciate the call, and thank you, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's good stuff. Hey, if you agree with Jeff, call in. I'm going to get out the way and let you just get it off your chest. I think that's what we need to do. I need to be a better listener. Jeff, you were a great caller. Dante, West Virginia, it's your time to chime. Get at me.
Yeah, Zoe, how you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. How you? Yeah, man, I'm here. How you doing?
All right. For one, I don't agree with nothing he said. That guy's a dummy. You know, the thing is, like you said, you can't. He was inherited all of this debt. They gave the Bushes 16 years to mess up our country, and expect that man to do it in 4. He's doing an awesome job, man. He's doing an awesome job, and you are too. And pray for my family, man, because my brother was killed on the 31st of October.
Wow.
And there's some things we trying to, I'm a combat vet, and I'm trying to keep it real, and I'm trying to do, not take matters in my own hands, man. And
really quickly, Dante, let me do this for you really quickly. Man, I pray that the source of all that is brings peace to your heart, peace to your family's heart. I pray that you understand that every situation in the world that happens to you, whether good or bad, is an opportunity for us to become better people. Now, not everything is fair in the world, but sometimes we get hit with some of the most terrible things in our life as a means, as a sign to test us to be bigger, stronger, and better people. I pray that peace comes over your family. I pray that peace comes over your heart, and thank you for calling in, brother. Thank you very much, okay? All right. Bob. Oh, no. Charles from California. Holla at me right now. 30 seconds or less.
Hey, yeah. 30 seconds. Too much to talk about in 30 seconds, but let me.
That's all right, but you're going to do it.
Here we go. The Republicans are a white male, older white male group at this point in time. And why any woman would be a Republican is beyond me. They're just hypnotized or something. So that's one thing get out of the way. But I wanted to comment on something the brother said earlier, that Barack hasn't done anything for black people. Let me tell you something. That is the biggest job in the world. This guy had 2 wars to deal with, an economy that was failing, a racist country he was trying to lead. That is the hugest job in the world. You got to focus on trying to help black people. Get real, man. Have you ever had a job yourself where you got responsibility? You can't just say, I'm going to help black people now that I'm in there. So that's another thing. Let me tell you one other thing, though. I'm an old school brother. I've been around a long, long time, and I've seen this country go through a lot of shit. I got a grandson with all he knows, because he was just born a few years ago, all he will know in the next 4 years, when he's about 7, 8, 9 years old, is that we had a black president. The world is changing. That's the norm for him now. So get rid of all that shit you've been carrying around about racism and we got to get over this black thing. The whole world is changing, and people need to wake up. The people are looking at too short of view. This is a long-term thing. We're in this for the long haul, and this is just the first step of a long journey. Thanks, Zoe.
Wow, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I want to take one more caller. Producer, can I do that? Somebody talk to me. Let me get one more caller in. Let me go to James from Los Angeles.
How you doing?
How you doing? This is Zoe. Yes.
Yeah, my whole thing, I just want to say, Jeff, I agree with everything Jeff said. There's no way you can fix debt with spending more money. Second of all, Barack Obama ain't doing anything right. First and foremost, if anybody pay attention to the laws, anything he's passing, the NDAA, National Defense Act 1201, where he turned America into a battlefield, how can you call that doing the right thing for this country? Anybody that goes against the Constitution is considered a traitor. So while we're sitting here applauding him, we're just making sure that he don't tear up the country faster than Romney does. Because Romney would have destroyed this whole country faster. Okay, I give you that. But Obama still ain't did nothing. You know what I mean? I'm a veteran as well. I'm watching everything. I don't watch videos like that old fool that just called said that trying to talk about black people. I watch the news, all channels of it. And I don't agree with the things that Barack Obama is doing because he's not doing it right.
And you sound. Let me just do this.
You can help the white people, but you can't help the black people when you get in the office.
Let me interrupt you for a second, James. James.
I'm just saying, man,
James. Hold on. James. Okay, James. I'm trying to give you something real quick. Just hold on. I'm gonna let you finish talking. Just hold on. All right. And you're a brother. You sound like a brother. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so James is an example of how all black people don't necessarily agree with Barack Obama. And the misnomer is all black people love Barack Obama and we all in support of him and blah, blah, blah. But not all black people are. James, you got 25 seconds to finish your thought. Go.
Yeah, but my whole thing about that is like, if everybody really paid attention, it's going to be the same 4 years that we had the last 4 years. The first 2 years he was in office, he could have did a lot of work because he had majority of everything. Majority Senate, majority Congress. He could have made differences then. You give him another 4 years, and it's going to be the same as the last 2 years. They're going back and forth, back and forth. You reestablished the Patriot Act that Bush initially established so he can tap into your phone line. Obama signed that again.
Okay, brother. So listen, James, this is what I got to do now. I got to move right now. I took your call because we got to take a break, but I took it anyway. But I appreciate all the information you shared. Who agrees with him? Who disagrees? Thanks for the call, James from Los Angeles. Hey, he brings up some valid points. Call me right now, 855-369-9898. All the callers that are on the line, North Carolina, Texas, Nashville, Chicago, Indiana, Kentucky. Oh, I got a special guest coming in right now. And let me tell you where we at. Before I take this break. Don't hang up. You stay on the lines. I'm coming to you. We're at the world famous J-Spot Comedy Club in Los Angeles. That's 5581 West Manchester Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90045. It's free before 8 p.m. You know who J. Anthony Brown is. He's a legendary king of comedy, down with Steve Harvey. Cedric the Entertainer got his own comedy club. I'm here live. People are streaming in. It's a cool vibe. Come on down. The food is delicious. Everything is on point over here. But again, don't forget, text ZO to 90210. You text me right now. This is how you connect with me. This is how you stay connected. And also see my new show, Zo What Morning Shows, at rmconair.com. I got to take a quick break, but when I come back, I'm coming to Charles, Linda, Noah, Shelly, Tony, Albert, Bob, and of course my special guest is on the line with her special comedy, and she's going to weigh in on what we're talking about too. I'll see you all in 2.2 Zometheus Rising, Voice of Reason, Foxxhole 98. Ladies and gentlemen, Zometheus Rising. This is a show that listens. All you got to do is call me right now, 855-369-9898, the voice of reason. I need to hear the voice of the nation. What's going on for the black community? Is Barack Obama the closest thing we have to a messiah? I want to hear from more disgruntled black people who don't buy into the Obama hype. We just had somebody, James from Los Angeles, a veteran who called in, who's extremely upset. How many people align themselves with Tavis Smiley and Cornel West POV? Should the black president have a black agenda? Somebody call me right now, 855-369-9898. You're listening to the Foxhole. ZoWilliams, Zometheus Rising. Again, text me. I need you to do that. It's a call to action right now. Pull over, text ZO to 90210. You put ZO in the message and you put 90210 in the number area of your cell phone. Text me. You will get an electronic business card. And that way you can connect with me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, my personal email address. If you want to contact me, reach out. ZO at 90210. That's how you get in contact with ZoWilliams. Also, I'm at the J-Spot Comedy Club in Los Angeles, 5581 West Manchester Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 9004045. Somebody come down here right now, kick it with me, shake my hand, talk to me. I'm open. I want to holler. And tonight's topic, Open Line Thursdays. Please get it off your chest in 30 seconds or less. I got a full line of callers right now. I'm going to everybody, but before I do, let me bring in my co-host right now for a few minutes. She gonna help me field these calls. It's none other than legendary, beautiful, talented, funny comedian, actress extraordinaire, Cocoa Brown. What's up, Coco?
Hey, baby, how are you?
I am alive and well. How's the baby? How's the marriage? How's everything?
Everything's great, honey. You know, dealing with the little one. He's got a little cold, but he ain't worried about it. He's still be smiling at me now.
Exactly. Do you want to argue with some of these people who have their opinions about what's going on in the world?
Okay, what's the deal? What did I miss?
Okay, so this is what's going on. We have inflammatory questions like, for the black community, is Barack Obama the closest thing we have to the Messiah?
Oh,
right?
My God, that's a little extra.
Yes, that's how I do. How big of an accomplishment is this second term for Barack Obama? Right?
Okay.
Should we do away... You remember how Fox News was saying we should do away with the Electoral College because they felt like Mitt Romney was going to win the popular vote, which, in fact, he lost by close to 3 million votes. Right? He not only lost the Electoral College, he also lost the popular vote as well. Right? Right?
Okay.
Questions like that. Are we on the edge of a race war? Did you see the people's faces in Mitt Romney's camp after they called the election?
I'm going to tell you, if they could have burned the cross, they would have. And that's just real talk. And I'm not saying that, all Republicans are racist. No, because I have friends who are Republicans who are not racist. But at the same token, that campaign, honey, was run on lies. And I mean, now you want to attach the word hate to it, you can do that. But real talk, you take away everything else. That campaign was run on lies. It was doing everything in its power to undermine and deceive America. Because unfortunately, Barack did not do a Messiah move in his first 4 years. First of all, people need to get that Messiah word out the equation. He is a man, people. Stop putting crap on him like he's Jesus and he's going to walk on water. He's a man. He's a human being, okay? Stop giving him all these superpowers. And, it kills me. People want, they want Barack to be the next Martin Luther King and save us from our own tragedy. But people, come on, in this day and age, stop putting your faith in man as much as you do. It's ridiculous. But when it all boiled down to it, if Barack had made major moves, say like a Clinton did, when Clinton got in office, he moved some mountains. He did. And I think that we expected Barack to come in and be another Clinton times a million because he was black.
So
and I think that's the disappointment. That's the disappointment a lot of people have. But you got to
let me ask you this, though.
What's up?
Let me ask you this. Do you think Barack's second term will be much better in terms of his ability to get his policy enacted?
If he gets a backbone, it will.
If he gets a backbone, are you saying Barack Obama doesn't have a backbone? Somebody call me right now. Yes,
can I be frank? Can I be real?
You can be Charles too. Yes, you can be Larry. Everybody, come on.
Can I be frank right now? I mean, real talk.
Yes,
I love my president, but I need him to really have a nigga moment, and a few. And a few of them. We saw it come out a little bit in them debates. It's there. But I need him to really exercise that arrogance that our men have, that arrogance, that confidence that you know what, F you, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I understand his hands are tied and all of that because he's got 1,000,001 people fighting him against everything he wants to do, even if it's the right thing to do. No one wants to give this man credit for jack.
Right.
So
Let me
he's
do
up
this
against a lot right now.
Right. So
you
let me
go in
do
a
this
room full of people and they tell you to get everybody in that room. It's just, okay, you know what? It's just like being a stand-up comic. You got to get on that stage and make everyone in that room laugh. If you ain't funny, honey, it don't matter. And even if you're the funniest thing walking, it's going to be 2 or 3 people in there that you just ain't going to move. Now, you got to deal with them.
So Coco, let me do this. So, Coco, let me do this. I got one more question for you, and then we go into the phone lines. We're going to deal with their disgust, disdain, or agreement with what you're saying. 855-369-9898. Are we a more or less divided country today than we were 4 years ago when he was first elected?
Honey, we was divided before the man ever got into office, so don't even go there.
So it
we
came
ain't
to
never
the
been
surface.
No United States of America, and I need people to realize that. Stop fooling themselves with that bullshit. Excuse my French.
Wow.
We ain't never been United States of America to begin with.
Who
so
agrees with Cocoa Brown?
That man. He ain't Jesus. Shit.
All right, I'm going to the phone lines. Are you ready to get busy? Are you ready to rock it out? All right, here we go. Albert, Indiana, 30 seconds or less to get it off your chest. Let's go.
I just wanted to echo some of the things that Coco was saying. How you doing, Miss Coco?
Hey, baby. How are you?
And love your show, though. Catch it every time I'm leaving school on the weekdays. I love it.
Thank you, Sugar. Thank you so much.
What you're saying is true. He's not Jesus. He can't walk on water. He can't turn water into wine. We have to also, what you said earlier, remember the fact that when he goes before the House, before the Senate, he has opposition. And like Coco said, even when you're doing what's right, he's getting challenged.
Yep.
You know, when your hands get tied, those checks and balances are in place. So when his hands get tied, we forget the fact that there are so many underlying factors that make Washington what Washington is. And I think we lose sight of that because, okay, we got a black president, all the hype from the first term is gone, and now we're in the desperation mode, so we think. So now we feel like we got to keep pushing, and fighting. Now people are getting disgruntled. But I think we forget all the underlying things that takes place in politics along the way.
Wow. Appreciate the call. Thank you very much. We got to keep it rolling. Who we got next? Tony from Chicago. Holla at me.
Yo, man, I'm going to keep this 30 seconds or less. Black people, let Barack do what he going to do. I'm from Chicago, and believe me, Barack knows what's going on in the black community. He got to go through the black community. Another thing, white people, those of you who voted for Romney, now y'all see how black people feel every day when we get up. Suck it up and take this shit like we've been taking it, and y'all will be just fine. And Brother James, bro, you sound like you need some counseling. You need
wow. Appreciate the call. Appreciate the call. Thank you very much, man. Hey, let's do this real quick. Hey, Coco, really quickly, for people who don't know you, talk to me about your television show. Talk to me about how people can connect with you and your social media. What's going on with Cocoa Brown real quick before we go to these callers?
Well, you know, everybody can catch me every Friday night at 9 o'clock on TBS on Tyler Perry For Better or Worse. I play Jennifer, which is the show is a spinoff of Why Did I Get Married, starring Tasha Smith, Michael Jai White, who played Marcus and Angela in the movie. And they can also catch me on episodes of The First Family, that's produced by Byron Allen. And they can also catch me on an episode or two of The Soul Man with Cedric Entertainer. So that's what I'm doing. And that's now on Wednesday nights. Soul Man is now on BET. I didn't even know they changed networks. See how much I know. They changed networks on BET now, and you have to check your local listings to see which The First Family is on because there's different networks in different markets. But and I'm also getting ready to head to Hotlanta to start shooting a movie with Tyler, so I'm excited about that. You know, hopefully it'll be that breakout role that I've been wanting, something to sink my teeth into. And I'm getting ready to take all my people in Birmingham, Alabama, and surrounding areas. I'll be there at the Stardome on Thanksgiving weekend, taping my live Showtime 1 hour special.
And there it is, Cocoa Brown, my co-host tonight for Open Line Thursdays. I got callers on the line that I need to get to right now. Shelly, Nashville, talk to us about what's happening. Here's a question, too. Let me say this really quickly. If Barack Obama doesn't have a black agenda, Does that mean he's just a symbol for black people of Mama, I made it? Huh? What about that? 855-369-9898. Somebody call me right now. Nashville, Shelly, you're in the building. Talk to me.
Hello. Thank you so much for taking my call, and thank you for your show.
Waiting.
It's my first time ever hearing your show today, but I got in the car, and I was like, I'm going to call this number.
Thank you, honey.
And hi, Coco. Congratulations on your
Hey, thank you so much, darling. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I wanted to also thank you for the prayer for that gentleman. He definitely needed it, and I prayed with you as well, and I stand in agreement on that, and went for his family grieving the loss of his brother. Also, I just wanted to speak about, I walked with pep in my step the next day, and I was so excited about Obama being reelected as president. I think it is a historic moment. I think we have had so much growth in under 58, over 58 years since Brown versus the Board of Education, where, they desegregated schools. And now our kids are going together, but yet we're still fighting for our children, our African-American children who are less, who are under poverty, getting the same education. So, we have so much more work to do, and that's one of the main things that, Obama is fighting for, regardless of all the other stuff. If we don't have education, we can't do better for ourselves, anybody, whether you're black, white, Asian, So I didn't, they wanted to cut fundings and all these, programs that are really helping those who help themselves. And I'm one of those examples, that I got welfare and I got an education. I had a child with, I was a single parent, and I accomplished a lot. So for some people to not look at the big picture and, helping the other man when they need help, shame on them, and, we'll keep them in prayer. But, I just want to thank you for
Let me say this.
What you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, Shelly, let me just say thank you.
Well, thank you. And one other thing,
that?
People need to take accountability for their own growth. Everybody has the opportunity to do whatever they want to do. It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be, if it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was
right,
easy,
all of us can't ask our mommy and daddy to help us.
Yeah.
Wow.
If it was easy,
listen,
everybody would do it.
Well, Shelly, let me just say thank you for hanging on the line so long. We got so many callers. Let's try to get a few more in really quickly. You guys are killing me right now. This is great. Cocoa Brown, my co-host. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Foxxhole 98, 855-369-9898. And I'm telling you right now, this is not an option. This is a call to action. I need you to get active right now and text ZO. Z as in zebra, O as in Oscar, to 90210. You're going to get my electronic business card. This is how you get in contact with me. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, every means of communicating and connecting with ZoWilliams, because my new book is about to drop. Oh, God. The relationship.
Okay. It is nothing more sexy than an educated black man. Lord have mercy. Oh. Okay.
And listen to this. Listen to the title, because you're going to trip when you hear my title.
Okay.
The Relationship Dismount. How to stick the landing when breaking up with someone. This is the ultimate breakup guide.
Hilarious. I can tell you one word how to do that. It's called move.
Somebody text me right now. My new yes. Somebody text me right now. ZO to 90210. And once again, don't forget to get this book I'm telling you to get right now. It's called The God Genes Decoded. It's a friend of mine who wrote this book. His name is R.A. Waldron. I want you to go. This is a call to action. Go to Amazon.com right now. So many people hit me up and ask me, what books are you reading? I have all types of authors on this show. This is an excellent book. History, knowledge, all of the stuff that I talk about that just wows people. Well, here's one of the books from my archives. The God Genes Decoded by R.A. Waldron. Go get it right now. 855-369-9898. I got to take a quick break, but when I come back, Abra, DeCardo, Noah, B, Shane, Linda, Gregory, Will, I'm coming to everybody. Get to your phone lines, 855-369-9898. We're going to go in. We're going to talk more about if we are a more divided culture today than we were 4 years ago. Hey, who agrees with Donald Trump? Should President Barack Obama, the president, reveal his damn college records for some toupee-wearing, lisp-having,
I wish somebody would steal his toupee.
Just steal it and burn it.
Seriously, just have
Somebody call me.
Execution of that toupee.
All right, we'll be back at 2.2. Me and Cocoa Brown, the voice of reason, on fire. See you in a minute. Wow. Was George Carlin a poet, a prophet? Did you hear what he said? Was he right about everything? This piece to George Carlin, one of the legendary comedians of all time. Is America just full of pretentious BS? Wow. Can you name a political candidate more flip-floppy than Mitt Romney? He attacked Barack Obama on Obamacare when Obamacare was created from what he did in Massachusetts. It was Romney Care first. And how much double talking, side betting, fork-tongued maneuvering was he doing? I don't know. Does that make him a better candidate than Barack Obama? If Barack Obama is a liar, at least he's a consistent one. I don't know. Somebody call me. 855-369-9898. That's the number to dial. You just tuned in. It's the Voice of Reason Open Line Thursdays. You got 30 seconds or less to get it off your chest. I got my homegirl who's here with me right now, Cocoa Brown, legendary comedian. I mean, when I tell you she's so cold, when you see her do her breakdown, her set on sports, the way and sports and relationship, it's so cold. Welcome, Cocoa Brown, to the Voice of Reason. How you doing, honey bear?
Thank you so much, Sugar, for having me on the show. That's love, honey. You know I've always had love for your little green eye behind.
Hysterical.
Well, I always had a weakness. I had a weakness for green-eyed men since Houdini, honey, so it's all good.
Oh, God. I appreciate you. You know we got to rifle through a bunch of callers right now. Callers are on the line. The lines are full. But let me say this. For every caller that gets on my line, you owe me. You owe me a text. I need every caller to text me. Anybody that I let on this line right now, because I'm about to call some people out right now, you better text ZoWilliams. And how you do it is ZO to 90210. You put ZO in the message. You put 90210 in the number. 90210 like the famous TV show Beverly Hills. You know what I'm saying? That's how Zo gets down. It's my electronic business card. You're going to find every means of communicating with ZoWilliams right now by doing this. Text ZO to 90210. And don't forget to tune into the Zo What Morning Show on rmconair.com. This is a visual show where you see me, Dr. Mark Goulston, PhD, author of Just Listen, and world-renowned comedian Jeff Brown. We do it every Tuesdays at 11 a.m. on rmconair.com. That's the new ZoWilliams show over there called the Zo What Morning Show. Callers, I'm coming to you right now. Did you know that marijuana was legal in Colorado? What is that going to do to people? Should we legalize weed all over the world, all over the country? Well, how would that affect the economy? You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger was thinking about doing it when he was governor. What would that do to the economy? Would that create jobs, or would everybody just go to work with the munchies? I don't know. Somebody call me right now at 855-369-9898. Let's get busy. Abra. Oh, no. I got to go to somebody. Who did he tell me to go to? Noah from North Carolina. You're on right now. Talk to me. Let's go.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. What's happening?
Hey, man, I just want to say, you know, it's an example of what happens when people forget history. They really thought that this was going to be easy, getting the first black elected official or president into office. See, we forget what the struggle was before it all happened. You know what I mean? And now that we're here, everybody's looking for a handout like he's supposed to have a black agenda. This man is the leader of the free world. The leader of the world. He's for everybody, not just black people.
Right.
You know what that's what Romney means when he says 47% of black people feel like they owe him something. Barack Obama is telling you in his speech, if you work hard and do your part, you'll have what you want in America. He's going to level the playing field. But first of all, you got to work hard and go get it. And that don't mean going by no J's. That don't mean balling out at the bar. That means work hard, playing, and do your part as an American citizen. Stop complaining and go to work and do your part and let him do his part. You dig?
Wow, appreciate the call. Thank you, man. Appreciate the call. Abra. Abra from Florida. You're in the building. Talk to me.
Okay, my name is Abra, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Let's go, Orlando.
Okay, it's hard to follow that call, Noah. I don't know what to say about that. But I do agree. I am proud to have our first black president. But the thing is this, he's not only the first black president, he's our president, the American people. I'm a black male. I'm very excited to have Obama in office. He's done an outstanding job, if I must say so myself, with all the problems that he has going on with Congress, with the Republicans. They said that they were going to make the health care bill his Waterloo. They said they were going to make him a one-term president, and they were going to allow the American people to suffer while they gave him a hard time. If they actually believed in the country, they should have been willing to. We were in one of the worst crises of our, I'm sorry, I'm pulling to the side of the road. I'm actually a truck driver, and I travel this country. I'm from California to Utah, from California to New Jersey every 4 days. So I travel this country, and I get to talk to people all the time. I just had to pull to the side of the road. Obama has done an outstanding job. I will tell you this. Everybody's going to have a difference of opinion. You have your Republicans, you have your Democrats, and of course we're not going to agree. But I feel like the Republicans should have worked with Obama a little bit more because we were hanging in the balance, and they did not care. Second of all, with Obama, I think that, you know, he's a good one, because if it were me, I would not have waited to be elected. I would have quit. You know, because he has a lot of patience, the patience that I do not have. And with this lady that called you earlier tonight from Idaho, I went in Walmart the other day when I was in Idaho, and I've never felt so uncomfortable in my entire life. I know what their problem is. I know they're so uncomfortable.
You was in Idaho, buddy. You messed up the census.
I have never felt so uncomfortable in my entire life when I was in Idaho the other day. I felt black. This is the first time in my life that I really felt black. They looked at me as if I were a creature instead of a human being. So I know why.
Well, let me say this.
Let me say this. In Idaho.
Let me say this, Abra. I appreciate the call. Thank you so much for reaching out. It's very important that you guys call me and share your opinions like the brother just did. And don't forget, text ZO to 90210. We got to keep rolling with these callers. I want to go to the caller that's been hanging on the longest. That's B from Chicago. Chicago, you're in the building. Talk to me right now.
What's up, Zo? What's up, Coco?
What up, B?
Hey. Real talk, real quick. James, dude from Cali, he just like another angry black guy who expected too much from the first black president. Like, if you really think back to, like, you made this point earlier, he came right back into another split off. Like, that's just what it is. If people picked up a book and read it, they will see there's three branches in the government. He can only do so much. That's it. If they go, like, he's brought up bills and just said no to it, they're going to do the same thing again. Like, I hope it doesn't happen, because he came to another split house again. But they're stacked the deck against him to pretty much turn us against him. That's all they're doing. Like, I ran across a lot of my friends that were like, I'm not voting this time because he didn't do nothing the first time. No, that's what they want you to do.
It's almost like they don't understand. It's almost like people don't understand the political process. Let me say thank you, B, for holding on so long. I really appreciate you doing that. I got to go back to Chicago. Will, holla at me. What's the word, man? 30 seconds or less. Let's go.
Hey, so.
Yeah, I'm here. You in the hallway. Holla at me, Will.
Now, I'm in my truck, man. I'm a truck driver.
Okay, what's happening with you, bro?
All right, I listened to a few of your callers. You know, when it comes to Obama did everything he was supposed to do that they allowed him to do. Because when you fight in Congress and Republicans, you fight a different crowd, man. I mean, you fight people that, number one, you ain't supposed to be there. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we going to let you do something, but it ain't going to be enough to get you voted, get you elected again. But they actually did not think he was going to win the second time. He won the second time. Now it's up to them to change the way they doing things, because if they don't, they only got 2 years and they can get on the kids then. You know, they got 2 years before they come up to be voted out.
Right. Wow, that's a good point. Thanks, Will. Appreciate the call. again, think of all the things that the brother overcame. He overcame the teabaggers.
Yep. And you got to understand something. You know what, though, not to cut you off, but, you know, I just
But you did. It's okay. You get to do that. Go ahead.
I just had a thought. You know, it's so funny how so many of black people wanted to compare him to Clinton. They were like, because Clinton came in and did what he did, and, you know, that was a great time for our people, and, you know, we claimed Clinton as our first black president, even though he wasn't. What people fail to realize is even though Barack went in with, you know, as our first black president, which is humongous, the reason why he was fought as much as he was, as opposed to Clinton when he was a Democrat in the presidency, you got to realize it goes back to one of my favorite comedians' quotes, Paul Mooney. Clinton had the complexion for the protection. And he went in, even though he was not on their side as per se, when he walked in, he looked like them, he talked like them, he was able to get his point across. You got to understand, they may be seeing the president of the free world, but in all actuality, when they go to sleep at night, all they're seeing is a black man.
Wow. Is Cocoa Brown right? Who agrees with Cocoa Brown's perspective, her POV? Do you think all of the politicians that Barack Obama has to face on Capitol Hill every day, do you think all they see is a black man who made it to the top of the pyramid, but not their commander-in-chief, their leader, their number one of...
I mean, just how they address him is disrespectful. They call him everything but the president. They call him President-elect. They call him Barack Obama. They call him Obama. I mean, it shows a blatant disrespect. It's been that way since the man won office the first time around.
Well, Ann Coulter called him retarded just a couple weeks ago.
Exactly.
Called the man retarded. Somebody call us right now at 855-369-9898. Don't forget, text ZO to 90210. You're listening to the Voice of Reason show with ZoWilliams on Foxxhole 98, 855-369-9898. Open line Thursdays. Please get it off your chest in 30 seconds or less. Let's do it now. Shane, Ohio, you're in the building. Let's ride.
Yeah. What's up? How y'all doing? I want to tell you, I agree with Coco. They are just all-out disrespectful when it comes to the president. That's why I tell my people around here that our job's not done, because now we got to switch the Congress over in 2014. We got to sweep them out, because that's the only way we can get it done. We got to get the Democrats back in. But I agree with y'all 100% that they don't respect our president, and our president is just a regular black man. They don't give him his proper. And this is the president. I'm 40, man, and this president's been under more scrutiny than I ever seen any other president be under. They always got him under a microscope. They don't respect him at all. I figured it out because our president right now is like one of the presidents that we ever had that's never came from a wealthy background. And that's why they don't like him. He helps people. There's people that need help, and there's nothing wrong with helping people. And he's just passing things to help people out, and that's why he won Ohio. That's why, because Ohio love him. He came to my city, you know, and I was part of a historic event, and I'm glad he visited. I'm glad I got to see the first black president in my lifetime, and I'm glad he got reelected. And yes, I did vote for him, and not only because he's a black man. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for the call, brother. We got to move on. You hit a lot of good points, and I appreciate the call. But here's a question.
They want so badly to find some dirt on that man, and they're not. They're not.
Right.
They want so badly to find some dirt. That's why they're digging up crap like his birth and his college. They want, because most of those, and I'm going to say it, most of them white politicians got some skeletons in their closets, and they eventually come out, and it's a scandal. I mean, shoot, even our first black president, Clinton, come on. And the fact that they can't get no dirt on this man is killing them right now.
Well, here's the thing. I don't believe that President Barack Obama is without blemish. I think it's par for the. I think it's par for the course.
Detrimental to his.
But I think it's. I think it's par for the course for a politician to have dirt on them, because I believe that politicians are in the business of power brokerage. All their deals that they're cutting is about power. And I think Barack Obama, being one of the most powerful men on planet Earth, I'm sure he cutting all type of backdoor deals. It's part of being a politician. So it wouldn't surprise me.
But it's how he's doing it. I mean, if black folks don't know nothing, honey, we know game.
Exactamundo. So listen, let's just do it this way. We got so many callers, man. I got to get to them. Let's keep rolling. Gregory, New Jersey. It's your time to chime. I hope you're alive and well after Sandy. Talk to me right now. I'm good, man. How you?
I'm good. I was calling to talk about the whole marijuana thing in Washington and Colorado. I think it'll be good for the economy. I think they could use that money towards something like education. You know, it's money that the economy needs like real bad right now. And as far as like, I think society is messed up with the whole, voting thing, man. Like people don't follow politics nowadays. They just sit back and wait for the election. They follow their guts. They don't follow what's really going on in society.
So you're saying they vote for a candidate, they vote for a personality, they don't vote for a policy. They don't vote for policy. They just vote for candidacy. Who's who got the most swag? Who's the most handsome? Who's the coolest? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Mitt Romney was not cool at all. Really quickly, let me ask Cocoa Brown. Thank you for the call, brother. Let me ask Cocoa Brown.
What's up,
What would a party, right? Say we were at a party tonight and Mitt Romney, George W. Bush, John McCain, Sarah Palin, and Donald Trump was there. What would be the mood of that party? Go deeper.
I would think it was a setup. I would literally be like, it's time to exit stage left, something ain't right. Because, Mitt Romney came off to me like a televangelist.
Oh, deep.
He came off that cat that will say whatever it takes. He will tell you that your soul is damned to hell if you don't put some money in that collection plate.
So you tell me
he will have you believing that he is a direct link to Jesus Christ himself. He just came off like a televangelist to me, where it was like, I'm going to say whatever I have to say to convince you to vote for me. And if it means lying, if it means deceiving, if it means thinking that making you think your life depends on it, that you will crash, burn, and perish, I will do whatever it takes by any means necessary to convince you. And that's
Do you know somebody
me about him?
Right. Do you know we have somebody on the line right now who absolutely disagrees with you? St. Louis, Tony, you're in the building. Talk to Cocoa Brown. What's happening?
I wouldn't say absolutely, but I definitely disagree about the president not getting respect. I recall specifically a lot of people calling George Bush W. While he was in office, he got a shoe thrown at him. So I think we're a little more sensitive to the disrespect because of we finally have a president that understands the majority of. He didn't come into the earth with a silver spoon. So we look at him as one of us. And I can tell you this, I know my people, I can call you a name, but if somebody else, I'm going to put up my guard and say, ho, you can't do that. So I think it's a little bit of that going on. And then the other thing, I'll end with this. Now that we got all these people registered, don't lose sight of your local elections. That's where you really and truly see your vote counting. Because if there's a pothole and you don't like it, vote to get that thing filled or get somebody in office who's going to fill it. All right?
Wow. Appreciate the call. Thank you very much. Listen, we got to take a quick break, but when I come back, more callers, more Cocoa Brown's craziness, and more ZoWilliams. It is the VOR show on the Foxxhole with ZoWilliams. Foxxhole 98-855-369-9898. Open line Thursdays. Please get it off your chest in 30 seconds or less. And don't forget to text me right now to ZO at 90210. Once again, that's ZO at 90210. Get in contact, stay in contact. New book coming out, The Relationship Dismount. I'm going to show you how to break up properly. And we'll be back at 2.2. ZoWilliams is out. Michael Jackson asked us to look in the mirror. Are Americans sore losers? Are Republicans sore losers? Wow. Will the Republican Party reach across party lines and help the re-elected Barack Obama? Somebody call me right now. The Voice of Reason show with Zoe Williams, Foxxhole 98, 855-369-9898. Or will partisan bull crap, bovine feces, right, as comedian Jeff Brown calls it, will that continue to mar this country's progress forward? 855-369-9898. You're listening to Zoe Williams, Voice of Reason, Foxxhole Radio, 9898. I got a good friend on the line with me right now. Comedian, actress. She's budding. She's blowing up. She's moving up the ladder. She is so dope. What TV show is she on? She's going to tell you right now. Cocoa Brown, where can they see you doing what you do?
They can see me every Friday night, sugar, on TBS at 9 p.m. on Tyler Perry's For Better or Worse. And they can also check me out every Saturday and Sunday night on Byron Allen's The First Family.
Wow. And Twitter page so they can follow
They
you?
can find me on Twitter. I meant to say that earlier. They can find me on Twitter under Coca, and that's C-O-C-O-A, like the hot cocoa that you drink, sugar. Cocoa Brown, B-R-O-W-N 22.
There it is. Don't forget to go get my homeboy's book. It's something I'm reading right now. It's blowing my mind. People are always asking me, Zoe, what books are you reading? Listen, on my Zoe Show on rmconair.com, it's a visual show. You can tune in and see us doing a live streaming podcast. I'm going to hold this book up on camera next Tuesday so you can see it. You got to get this book, The God Genes Decoded, by R.A. Waldron. Waldron is W-A-L-D-R-O-N. Amazon.com. Go get it right now. The God Genes Decoded. Incredible book. I'm going to share it with you. You go get it right now. And also text ZO to 90210. I need you to connect with me. ZO to 90210. My new book is coming, The Relationship Dismount. And now, back to callers. Open line Thursdays. Please get it off your chest in 30 seconds or less. Hammond, Colorado. Talk to us about the new weed game in Colorado.
Oh no, I'm a truck driver out of California, and I'm just happy to be passing through. But let me tell you, Aaron Calder, oh man, she like anybody's $2 crack hole. Man, she about big as a pencil. Have you seen her? Man,
Wow. Yes, I have.
Oh, man, are you kidding me? She could get $2 for a good one, man. Okay, the next one is, why is it with states' rights, with white folks with guns, states' rights work, but when people vote in marijuana, oh no, we have a problem with that. And one more thing, if I could speak to the president, please free them brothers enslaved in Washington, D.C. Give statehood to Washington, D.C., please.
Wow. Hey, good point. Thank you for the call. And what about the students, or I don't know if they were students or just people that were rallying, but after the election was called, down at Mississippi State, they were damn near rioting, and they were setting fire to Obama-Biden posters. What was that all about? This wasn't like Mississippi State losing to LSU. What was this about? Were those students down there, or were those just regular protesters who were mad that their candidate lost? Somebody call me at 855-369-9898. Get to your phone line. Zometheus is coming to you right now. Frank, New Jersey, you've been holding on. I need you to speak to me. Let's go.
So, how you feeling? Coco, how you doing? Congratulations.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good, brother. Thank you.
First of all, I think the reason why Obama got reelected, first of all, the American public finally realized that Mitt Romney was full of feces, and the way Obama handled Sandy, I think that's what got him over, as close as the race was.
Right. But even though he got credit for getting Osama bin Laden, even though he gets credit for partially correcting the economy, which is on a resurgence, even though he has 48 days left before we hit what is called a fiscal cliff, we've got to do some things. He's got to create something right now, or a lot of restrictions, tax cuts, and all type of things will go into effect in 48 days. I don't want to take up your time. However, we need to be able to support this president because he's got a major task waiting for him. The honeymoon is going to be over short.
But you got to remember that the American public is very short-sighted. They remember what is right in front of their face. All right?
Wow.
All right?
Yeah, that was proven in
now,
Louisiana.
as far as this divided states of America, it's going to continue to be that until white people get rid of that slave master mentality and black people get rid of that slave mentality.
Wow, good stuff.
Right?
Appreciate that.
Get a little bit of money. Don't go out and buy a Benz and pull up to an apartment building.
Wow, appreciate that. Thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. He dropped signs. DJ, Virginia, you're in the building. Let's go now.
So how you doing? I'm good,
brother.
How are
Thank
you?
Hey, honey, how are you?
Really, really quick. First of all, Donald Trump needs to go play in traffic, okay? He is the most disrespectful person I've ever, feared in my life. All right, that's first of all. Second of all, everybody that's sitting up here keep talking about the country is divided. Look, listen, the country has been divided for the last 400 years, and anybody think that this country is never going to ever be divided again, if they're going to come together, is really a fool. And my personal it's not going to ever be that way. You have black people that can't get rid of the slave mentality, like the last caller said, and you have white people that can't get rid of the slave mentality, and that's just the way that it's going to be. All right?
Wow.
Thanks
for the call, man.
You want to sit up here and talk about what that caller James. That's who I really want to get at is James really quickly. James, first of all, if you really want to see the difference being made by Obama, first of all, get off the couch, get your community and do something to improve your community, and then you'll start seeing changes. Improve yourself, improve your household, improve your neighborhood, improve your city, and you'll start seeing the changes that President Barack Obama is trying to make. Okay, that's all I have.
Wow, appreciate the call, man. Thank you very much. We got to roll. Jay, Houston, you're online. Let's talk.
Yeah, appreciate it. I got two things I want to say real quick. One, the Republicans have been so disrespectful to President Obama. Mitt Romney sat there for an hour and a half before he even conceded. Two, let us not forget, it's only been a little over 50 years since we even had the right to vote in this country. We couldn't even drink out the same water fountain as these people. So they don't see us as equal. We've been free from slavery for 100 years. It took 50 more years just to drink out of the same water fountain and go to the same stores as these people. So it's going to take another 50 years. Change doesn't come by chance. It comes by hard work. President Obama's teaching us how to go out there and catch fish for ourselves. Ain't nobody going to give you nothing. So we got to get out there and we got to do it.
I appreciate the call. Thank you very much. Let me ask Cocoa Brown this question.
What's up, honey?
I think, because a lot of people are saying, he's a black president. He should do things for the black community. This is what I think. Historical numbers of black people turned out to vote for this president. Historical numbers. This guy had over 60 million votes cast for him. He won the Electoral College and he won the popular vote. This is the question that I'm asking. Would it be too much to ask for him to overturn that civil rights thing that has to come up every few years that talks about black people's ability to vote? We had to vote for that thing to pass just a few years ago, just a couple of years ago. Because remember, we won. Right. There was something that was passed, the bill that was passed that allowed black people to vote. And every few years that thing comes up and we got to vote for it again so we can retain the right to vote. Would it be too much to ask? But let me finish the question. Wait, let me finish the question. Okay. And this is for my callers too. Would it be too much to ask that a sitting black president would do away with that thing and just make it okay for anybody to vote, regardless of color? Would it be too much to ask? Go, Coco.
No, not at all. And I had totally forgotten about that, and you're right. But, I can't remember if it was the last caller or if it was the second to the last caller that said, we've only had the right to vote for, 50 years. So you're talking about a law like that, as much as it seems old and outdated, it's still very fresh. There are people that are still living that remember segregation, that remember having to go into the back door, remember having to, sit in the back of the bus and drink out of separate water fountains. So it ain't been that long that we've been able to have the same rights as our white counterparts. And so to expect some portions of white society to not have that mentality still there that's being passed down generation to generation. Just like you mentioned about those students in Mississippi burning posters of Biden and Barack. Hello, I'm pretty sure that mentality was passed down from their parents and grandparents and so forth. So it ain't too far removed. Yes, it would not be too much to ask for him to do that, but you know what? I probably feel, and I'm going to just say it just to be, I'm going to put it out there, he probably thinks there's bigger fish to fry in layman's terms than to deal with that. And that's real talk. Because, I mean, honestly, like I said, we have marked history. Like I said, 50 years ago, my grandmother, who, you know, God rest her soul, passed away, you know, she would have lived to have seen this had she lived, you know, just a few more months. And the fact that, you know, this is a woman who used to tell me about segregation, who used to tell me that as a child, when she would have me on the bus, it took her so long in the 70s to realize she didn't have to go to the back of the bus.
Wow. So let me do this.
Okay.
Let me do this. This is interesting. You touch on something that's very, very interesting. Do you think black people vote for black candidates such as Barack Obama, Jesse Jackson, and people of, you know, of the like? Do you think they do that for historical precedent or for policy?
Let me tell you something. I don't know if it's more so policy, but black people ain't stupid. The energy and the passion we had for Barack was because President Barack Obama came in and showed us an educated, likable, touchable, relatable black man. He didn't come in preachy. He didn't come in with a perm. Let's just keep it real. Black folks ain't
Al Sharpton? Was that an Al Sharpton dig?
I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. You know black folks, okay? We judging, you know, poor little Gabby for her hair at the Olympics. You know we damn sure ain't putting no brother with a perm in the White House.
Right.
so
Just
real
for me,
talk,
kitty kid.
I don't know if it's more so policy, but, you know, just like black folks always still believe that mentality that you don't air your dirty laundry, you don't put our mess on Front Street, we ain't about to put James Brown's little brother in the White House. So
would you say, let me ask you this then.
It's about appearance.
So let me ask you this then. Would you say that most black people are as politically unsavvy as most of the white people that voted for Mitt Romney?
Well,
how about that?
I tweeted the other night.
You had a lot of middle Americans. You had a lot of middle Americans voting for Mitt Romney just because they tired of Cocoa Brown in the White House. They wanted the White House back white. What about that?
And you know what's crazy? I tweeted this the other night, and it got so much feedback, and it was just really just a thought, and people were just hitting me about it. But I was saying, isn't it funny how Mitt Romney got all the rural, where there's more rural areas in this country, Mitt Romney swept it. But all of the areas with more educated, more urban, more
progressive,
you know, little progressive people, it was Barack hands down. That's why Mitt Romney couldn't get Massachusetts. That's why he couldn't get Ohio. And it still blows me to this day when he pulled Louisiana. I'm like, damn, did y'all forget about the Plymouth?
the alligators voted. That's what happened.
I mean, obviously, he must have went down there and got some of them geechews, honey, because I'm telling you, I was like, wow. I really was shocked that he pulled Louisiana just based on, you saw what happened the last time you had one in the office, really? But, and then, you know, I think that with you know, Barack is just one of those things that, you know, you got to understand, there's a whole lot of honey boo-boos in the world. Just as we say there are black folks and there's niggas, excuse my French. There's a whole lot of white folks and honey boo-boos, okay?
Wow.
And my thing is, Mitt knew who he was going after. And unfortunately, in the midst, he got a lot of white folks who basically, if they really had to break it down, they were screaming the same thing that black folks were screaming. Barack ain't done nothing. President Barack Obama ain't done nothing. President-elect ain't done nothing. And they were saying the same thing that some of these black folks were saying, why they won't go vote, blah, 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 blah. First of all, he ain't coming here to be our Messiah and save us from ourselves. First of all, black folks, do for yourself. That's what that man came in office to show us, that if you get up off the scale and you do it yourself, you can have something. Just stop waiting for people to give you something.
All right, so listen,
this
is what we're going to do.
But don't sit around waiting.
Right. So this is what we're going to do. We have so many callers blowing through right now. I want everybody. I got to take a quick break, but when I come through, I'm going to rifle through everyone. And I want everybody that's on the line right now, I want you guys to understand. I know I say 30 seconds or less. You wind up getting 60, 90 and all of that. But I need you to make your point as concise as you possibly can. I'm going to take a quick break, but when I come back, I'm coming directly to you. And I want you to get your thought, your idea, your concept across as quickly as possible so we can get as many people on the line as possible. 855-369-9898. Text ZoWilliams right now, ZO 90210, ZO to 90210. Text me right now so you can follow me. And I do want you to go get my friend's book. It's an incredible book, The God Genes Decoded by R.A. Waldron at Amazon.com. That's The God Genes Decoded by R.A. Waldron. And just go get it right now. I got to take a quick break. But listen, Darcy, Jeff, Richard, Ed, Lance, Shelley, Darren, Quincy, all of you guys are getting on the line. You hang on right now. Dallas, Los Angeles, Oklahoma, Illinois, Atlanta, Texas, California, New York, Oakland. Everybody is calling in right now. I'm getting you all on when I come back from break. Don't leave. Hang on. I'll see you in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Zometheus Rising, the voice of reason, is back in the building on Foxxhole 98. Are we headed for self-destruction as a race, as a culture, as a nation, as a society? Has this latest election reopened old racial wounds? Somebody call me right now at 855-369-9898. And once again, my special guest is online fielding these calls with me, Cocoa Brown, legendary comedian and actress. She's on her way up. Are you ready to deal with these callers right now?
Yeah, honey, I'm ready. I want to hear what our people got to say, baby.
Let's just rifle through them right now. Quincy, Dallas, you're in the building. 30 seconds or less. Let's go.
Yo, so I appreciate you taking my call, but one thing that we got to realize is that when you elect a president, it's not being you're not selecting a king. You're not a subject. You're a constituent. The president does get elected to serve the people. So all these people that called earlier talking about don't do or demand anything from the president, you're wrong. No, you're supposed to demand things from your government. You go to work, you pay taxes, you are a good citizen. You have every right to demand things from your government. So it just bothers me that people call in and it's like they selected a king. Or that they want Barack to be the king. They want to stand in line for hours and hours to vote for a man and still not demand anything for him being the president.
Okay, brother, thank you for the call. I hate to cut you off, but my callers, you got to stay with me. I want to get you on, but you got to stay within that 30 to 45 second range. I know it's not a lot of time, but you got to organize what you want to say and get it to me ASAP. I'm coming to callers. Darren, Los Angeles, blow me up now. Let's go.
How are you?
I'm good, brother.
Listen, the bottom line to make it real concise is this. You can't make chicken soup out of chicken shit, if I could say that openly. And we as a people, we must just have desires to be somebody in life and not just be any type of trash that the programming puts out about us. And when you got people like Barack setting a model, you got to follow that model. You understand that? He can't do everything and please everybody. And if anybody has opportunity, they might fall short, or they might do better. But when you got an opportunity to shine, you take the good. It's like eating fish. You eat your meat and throw the bones away. But we got to be more powerful with our knowledge and not be trash. Because you
appreciate the call, man. Thanks. Okay, sorry. Knowledge is power. He had to go because he kept going. 30 seconds or less. I'm sorry. George, Pennsylvania, your time to shine. 30 seconds or less. Let's go.
Hey, man, all I want to say is if the president put it out there to give us the opportunity, there's a lot of blacks just waiting on the opportunity. We don't see the opportunity right now.
Wow. Appreciate the call. Thanks, man. All right, Shelley, Oklahoma, talk to me.
In the interest of full disclosure, I got to tell you I'm an old white lady, but My whole thing is, we've got to get this country to the point where it's about people and it's not about race. And I'm not even sure how to do that, but that's where we've got to get. And the truth is, the young people, which is multiracial, and the Hispanics rock this boat. And it's got to be about what is best for the country. And I think that there's going to have to be some bipartisanship. And I totally am on with Quincy and Darren. I think everything they said is right on.
Wow. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Lance, Illinois, talk to me.
Hey, man, I want to commend you for actually going ahead and putting out that book, The Guillotine Decoded, because, realistically, man, you hear a lot of people talking about this slave mentality. They don't even know what they're talking about. Barack Obama was not the first black president. You get a book by J.A. Rogers, The Five
Nature Knows No Color Lines. That's what you're talking about, right? Ooh, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Keep going, Lance. Keep going.
Oh, to get out there is about...
Okay. Lance got T-Mobile. We got to go. We got to move on. I'm sorry, Lance. We got to move on. Lance got T-Mobile. His phone is dropping. Ed, ATL, you're in the business. Go.
Hey, yeah, I just want to say, Zoe, I like what you're doing. Coco, you're a sexy woman, girl. Hey, but thank you, baby. So I look at Barack being a Superman, America's new image of Superman. Superman that then he was not real, and but he always rose above the occasion and did his thing. But he wasn't real. Now this man is real. We can touch him, okay? And if you can't call him a real superhero or a Superman, because he is for the people. That's his thing. He's the people president.
Wow. Appreciate that. We got to move, brother. We appreciate what you're saying. I love it. Let's keep the lines coming. 855-369-9898. 30 seconds or less. Richard, Texas. Time to go. Let's roll.
Okay, thank you. This is all about the bloodline of the Illuminati. People like Cynthia McKinney, people like Dick Gregory, people like Professor Griff, people like KRS-One. They've all covered this. Obama is bloodline of the Illuminati. He's related to all the past presidents. That can't be by accident. It's all about the banks, Federal Reserve. All people got to do is their research. Those are quality people who research this. There's a whole lot of people who put a lot of time into this. We can't be suckered in by the race card. That's all I got. Have a good night.
Wow. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. And let me just tell you what's so crazy about that. This is, Zoe Williams, you know how we do. I have a genealogist coming on to next week's show that's going to cover the lineage of all of the presidency. And it's going to talk about how the presidency in America is equivalent to the European aristocracy, which promotes by bloodline, and how all of the presidents are related. That's a whole nother show, but I want to let you get yours off right now. 855-369-9898 is the number to dial. Darcy, California, roll with us. Let's go.
I wanted to say thank you to Coco so much because she's absolutely right. They don't respect him in the newspaper and on the news, and it's a breath of fresh air to hear her say that. And I wanted to say, please fight Ann Coulter. She's an evil disease, and keep fighting her. She's dangerous. And ignore Trump. He's not worth your time. And Barack Obama is eloquent and represents us so well, and he's so savvy. And I'm so proud of the president. And I hope the international community recognizes what a great man he is. And last but not least, thank you for educating me on the vote that keeps erupting, where black people have to question whether they have the right to vote. I was not aware of that, but I'm glad you educated me on that, and that's awful. And that is opening a wound that's mean.
Wow. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Thank you. Angie, Dallas, go. 30 seconds or less. Let's get these callers rolling. 30 seconds or less. Let's go.
Well, God bless you, Joe and Coco, because this is such a positive, informative show. I like to say that this race put us back 80 years. It seems as if, like, when Mitt Romney made the racial remarks about the 47%, that it actually boosted, his campaign. It's almost like the rich and the upper middle class were, like, Yeah, we feel that way. We just didn't want to say it, you know, and I just feel like that's sad for America. You know, people come from all other countries, but they know one thing when they come to America, they know to turn their nose up at blacks, you know?
Wow. Thank you for the call. I appreciate that, honey. Thank you so much. We got to roll. And it's not, Mitt's comment wasn't a racial comment. It was a class comment. The 47% represents a class. And that's what they're working on right now. That's why the middle class is shrinking. The upper class wants to maintain its exclusivity, and they want to broaden the lower class. That's what this is. This is about classism. And we got some we got some uppity black people who think they're going to be a part of the upper class. Well, let me tell you something. Class and race sometimes don't mix. Yeah. Just remember that. Sometimes you can get all the money you want, but at the end of the day, if you see the way they treating the president of the United States, what makes you think just because you got millions, they gonna treat you any different than they treat the head of our country? Our commander-in-chief still gets disrespected. What makes you think your bougie, so-called educated ass is gonna get treated any better? Huh? Let me go to the next caller. Sorry, I done got passionate. Andre from New Mexico, holla at me, pimp.
Hey, I like to thank God for Obama winning, but a lot of not paying attention to the fact that a lot of people voted for Mitt Romney, and he lied the way he did. So that lets us know that there is still a racial divide because everyone was voting based upon the hate toward Barack. This country was built on a platform of slavery. So when we come to this point, we got to remember where our roots come from. We're going to always have fruit that look like that. Until we address the roots, then we're going to always address these particular things in this particular fashion. No one's talking about this because this is a clear racial division in this election because even in the class, like you were saying a while ago, the upper class is majority white.
Well, thank you for the call, man. I appreciate it. Ray from Wisconsin, roll with us. Let's go. 30 seconds or less. I'm trying to get you in.
For all those that say the president hasn't done anything, Google Obama's administration accomplishments. There's a lot of things he did. He gave money to HBC. He also doubled the Pell Grants. Listen, our people got to get off the back, stop smoking dope, and if you don't put yourself in a situation to do well, you won't. He created a whole bunch of programs so that you can go to school and learn a trade, so that you can get on your feet. Stop with the complaining. Read. Google Obama's administration accomplishments, and you'll be surprised. It's sad that people don't think. They just get on here and they don't have any facts. I'm telling you where to go.
Well, thank you, brother. Hey, brother, I appreciate it, but I got to go right now. Thank you. Cocoa Brown, where can they find you right now? Where can they find you? How do they stay connected to you? Because we got to wrap it up right now.
They can find me on Twitter under Cocoa Brown. That's COCOA Brown 22. They can also find me on Facebook under Comedienne Cocoa Brown. That's COCOA Brown. And see me every Friday night on TBS at 9 p.m. on Tyler Perry's For Better or Worse.
Wow. Hey, let me just say I appreciate you, Coco, for coming on and sharing this moment with me. Yes. Now take care of the baby and take care of your husband, and I hope to see you soon.
No doubt, baby. Thank you so much.
All right. Now, let me say this to all my listeners. You got to follow me right now. I'm telling you right now, go to your cell phones and text me right now. This is a call to action. I need you to follow me because I'm about to blow up too. Got a new book coming out this February teaching us how to break up properly. It's called The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When You're Breaking Up with Somebody. Text me at ZO to 90210. 90210 goes into the number area where you text somebody's phone number, and the message area is ZO. Text ZO to 90210. Follow me over to my new radio show, which is called the Zo What Morning Show on RMCOnAir.com. Follow me. And don't forget to get The God Genes Decoded by R.A. Waldron. So many people ask me what books I read, what cultural books I read. How is it that I'm able to speak on religion, culture, politics, and all of this? Go get this book right now, The God Genes Decoded by R.A. Waldron. It's very important. Follow me. ZoWilliams, Voice of Reason, ZO at 90210. Stay connected to me. Thank you for all of the people who called in and shared their opinion tonight. I gotta go, but I'll be back next week with another barn burner. Appreciate y'all. Voice of Reason, I'm out. Deuces.